Hey, how's it going everybody? MrYourWilly here, and time for another episode of Terraria. One thing I do want to mention before I even start recording this episode is I know I've been releasing an episode, having no episode, releasing an episode, having no episode, basically like doing it every other day. And the reason is because right now they have me working 41 hours a week, at least for this week and last week. So that's a lot of work. And all through winter, while I was doing an episode almost every single day, I was working closer to like 25 to 30 hours a week. And now that summer's picked up, I have a lot more hours of work. So I'm trying to get a good way of filming, yet not impeding with my work. So releasing an episode and not having an episode right now is really helping me. But I am going to try and focus more on getting an episode every single day again. I'm trying to do that. But just so you're aware, that's one reason why. And also, another reason why is they're thinking about giving me a raise at my work. So because of that, I won't be getting more hours than I am now. 41 hours is actually more than they even intend to give me right now, but it's just because of being so short-staffed at the moment. But they do plan to give me, 40 hours, 38 hours, 48 hours a week, and 2 days of the week I'll be doing warehouse works or truck work. So basically, I'll be up until like midnight or later for 2 of those nights. So I'm gonna try and figure out how to focus on that. Anyways, now that blobbly goop is out of the way, today I'm going to focus on upgrading my armor. I went ahead and mined a lot off camera before this episode just because the amount of adamantite you need is like 270 ore, and so that's a lot. So I've been focusing primarily on that. And so I'm going to just go down, gather the rest of what I need, and be back. I think I have an idea of... batch. I hate batch. I don't know why... I'm affected by the bat. That's why I couldn't run this way. I was affected by the bat thing. It kept running me into a wall. But anyways... Oh, crud. Fear my awesome bouncy wall effect. Oh, well, that goes all the mana. Now I just gotta kill all these things. But anyways, I'm going to try and finish that. And... more things to kill. Ow! Hey, uh-oh. This guy does that whole you can't attack thingy. Woo! Okay, running. Ah, shoot. Come on. Once I can hit him, he stops doing that. There we go. Uh-oh. Not close enough. Haha! Finally. I hate being in like spots where I can't get to him. There's a lot of those guys down there too. Anywho, back to reality. I made a whole bunch of cursed bullets because I had so many flames. So that was one of the things I did off camera. But I'm going to go back to my mining. I'm going to stop talking about random stuff, and I shall see you guys in a bit. Oh, adorable. There's a mimic in the water. I'm going to try to figure out how to get to him without the mimic attacking me very much. Maybe shoot stars at this. Ooh. And actually hit him. M's for mana. Oh shoot, it's another one of these annoying guys. Get over here. I shall parry with you, hammer. Ow. Hammer's more annoying than the sword, I think. That's just my professional opinion. Yeah, that's right. You can't swim. Let's see what he dropped. Woohoo! Oh, nice. That is nice. I got a dual hook. It's very much like the Ivy Whip, but it only has 2 hooks instead of 3. Well, I can fly, so I don't really need the 3 hooks anymore to like kind of get around tight spots. But the nice thing about it is, as you can see, it connects, and then once it connects to something else, I automatically go there. So that's kind of nice. Can I switch between the 2? Looks like you can only go between those 2. That's interesting. I thought you could go back and forth. That's okay. I only need to get here and here. Also, it's much quicker, as you can see. Ow. Much quicker in bringing me into danger. Also, if you can't reach something, you can still fire off much more rapidly because of that. So it goes like that. So that's the dual hook. I'm not sure if I want to keep it yet, just because... Oh, there you go. Why was it not letting me do it before? Well, I was hitting it with the mouse key because I thought it would interfere with the Ivy Whip. But it looks like if you don't have it on the mouse key, then you can go between the two, which is what I thought originally. But anywho, got that. So awesome. Sweet. Not that far in, and I got a banner regeneration. I did get an extra thorn potion. I don't really need it. I guess I could sell it. But I'm going to definitely use this instead of this balloon, because that extra jumping thing is kind of annoying. Without it, I can just fly just by holding the space bar, so I'm just going to keep it that way. Yeah. And because I have this, it does allow me to have flight, so that does give me an extra amount of boost anyways. This one had a Spelunkin potion, so I'm going to use that now that I'm kind of in the caves here, and hopefully we'll get some more mining done. But wanted to let you know that. Got another one. Wow, that's 2 in a row. This one's a hard extra defense, so swipe. As you can tell, I got quite a lot of stuff, and this isn't even my first loot of it. Like I said earlier, I went ahead and mined while I was off. So I got some adamantite here, but I actually got a ton here. Actually, I had more than I even thought, so I think I even have enough now. Oh yeah, I definitely have enough. So you can see I got, I'll count how much of all this stuff I got in a second here. Copper. Got some gold, gonna sell that. Dual hook, I think I'm gonna save for now. Also got a heart statue. Iron ore, I'll probably save as, or sell. Gel, sell. All this, sell. All that, sell. More gold, sell. So I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna sell. Spelunking potion, let's see. Visibility potion, don't need because it doesn't do anything, so I'll probably sell that too. And I also grabbed as many dart traps as I could find. I want them for later. So I'm gonna just store those in here. Oh yeah, I had to toss the pressure plates. I had pressure plates. I can see I got, you know, 3 full stacks of mithril ore. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of cobalt ore. I got lots of gold. I actually even sold some, so this is totally gonna be sold. Iron ore. There we go. That I'm gonna move. This I'm gonna move. And actually, I'm only gonna save like 10 of each of these. And the reason why is because there isn't that many uses for these quite yet. But in 1.2, they say that they're gonna have more uses for gems. So I don't want to be completely out. But, you know, I'll totally sell the ones that I am not using. Oops. Wrong order. There we go. So I'm going to save it so I have 3 stacks of cobalt, 3 stacks of mithril. That should be plenty for anything I need to craft in the near future. This stuff I'm totally going to sell. This extra little bit, until I finish crafting things, I am going to slightly save it over here. Shadow scales. I'm not sure where I'm going to save that. But, oh, I can save it in here. Sweet, space. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm just going to sell all of this stuff here. And, well, actually, let's see how much money I make. Let's go to home. Talk to you. Shop. And let's see, I've got... Ooh, I actually have a platinum coin now. So 7 gold and 1 platinum. So, actually, I even have a better way of doing this. Aha! See how smart I am. Hey, get back here. Alright, let's just see how much gold I make selling all this random stuff. That I'm not selling. I got 40 gold from that. Not too bad. And I'm going to just plop that in there. Perfect. The meteorite, I need to find a spot for that. I'm not sure yet. Where? Hasty balloon. Not going to carry anymore. So that's just a vanity item that I'm just going to keep around just to like store it in a chest of things that I gathered, basically. It's like the dual hook. I found it felt like it had a slightly longer reach than the normal hook. It could totally be like an illusion, but it feels like it has a slightly, what is that? Oh, hellstone. Do I have a spot for hellstone? But anyway, it just feels like it has a slightly longer reach, which is probably all just an illusion. It probably doesn't have a longer reach at all, but I am going to keep it for that reason. I swear I have another spot for spiky balls. Ah, there you are. Sweet. Gel. Wow, that's a lot of gel. Yeah. Okay. So, back to actually crafting, which is the whole purpose of this. I'm going to grab all of my adamantite here, and including the extra. And what I want to craft requires me to use the either the mithril hammer. Well, I need the mithril anvil for making the ingots into something. So to make the ingots or the bars, you need the adamantite forge. Now each bar costs 5 adamantite, which is why you need so much adamantite, because it takes a lot of the ore to make the bars, and you actually need a lot of the bars too. I think I did the calculations right, and it should be 54. So I'm just gonna grab exactly 54 here. And that should be enough, and I got 30 extra. Out of like 3 stacks and a little bit more, I got 30 extra. As you can see, that's quite a lot. So the breastplate is 24 bars. The leggings is 18 bars. And then all the helmets are 12 bars. Now I've been focusing on just the melee one, but I'm actually going to switch and not do melee for my next helmet. Instead, I'm going to do the magic one. There we are. Now, for those of you who already know some of the crafting recipes might be screaming, "Why? You can make a better helmet if you make the 3rd one of this." And I totally agree. But right now, at this stage, magic boost is going to help me a bit more than physical boost. And so I'm going to do the adamantite helm, or headgear. Eventually, I will create the adamantite helm, as well as the cobalt and mithril headgear that helps with mana. But until then, that's going to be taken off. Now, it does lower my defense. It gives me 4 defense instead of 16 defense. This would normally give me something around like, I think it was 20. Closer to that, it was like 6 higher or something like that. So 20 something, I think, was for the headgear. So the helm definitely gives me more defense. But this is going to give me 80 extra magic. So as you can see, I have right now 220. So if I equip this, by the way, is 2 more, and this is 1 more defense. But if I equip the headgear, you can see just how much more magic I have. Now I have 300 mana when I'm fully equipped. So that's going to definitely help with the extra 200 mana boosts here. And this guy, which gives me extra mana. And this one actually surprisingly has the arcane insignia, which gives me 20 more mana. So if I remove that, I lower 20 mana. So I want to try and give myself arcane in some of these guys as well, because that will definitely boost my magic. And if I have a ton of mana potions, which is relatively cheap, it's like 5 silver, and as you can see, I have quite a lot of money. I'm just gonna stockpile a whole bunch of this stuff, and that way things like my Crystal Storm, which does 30 magic damage, which does a lot more damage than the Mini Shark, even with Cursed Bullets. It doesn't do as much as this, but I mean, with the amount of impact that I'm doing, this does a lot more damage per second than this does. And when I have a full set, which I do, I also get a 19% reduction in mana use, which is once again another great thing because this reduces it by 8%. So when I have this and I have this, I actually get a good reduction of boost. So I use mana less often. I get 80 extra mana, which is great, and I have an 11% increased magic damage, so my magic does a lot more damage than it normally would as well. So just the full thing is just a great boost to my magic there. And having this hardened band of regeneration is really nice because it does give me an extra defense, and it also slowly regenerates my life. It's kind of like taking a regeneration potion. I don't think it's as powerful as a regeneration potion, but it does slowly increase my health regeneration, which is a nice little thing to keep, especially during battles. And I'm going to keep the Obsidian Shield because it does give me the immunity to Fire Block, so if I ever go to hell, I'll take this one out. Until then, I don't really need the knockback as much. And then switch to this only when I'm doing battle, you know, that kind of thing. I think we're at 15 minutes here, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly put a mannequin out. Next episode, we will probably work on giving these guys a bit of using that to give it a nicer name, a more useful one, preferably things that, like I said, help with magic boost. Also, I think it has this like radiant effect, which is kind of cool. I'm also going to, oh yeah, the crystal ball is definitely a useful boost as well. This one, magic powers are increased. I think it like does more damage, less mana use, that kind of stuff. And it gives me, I think, 20, yeah, it gives me 20 more mana as well, which is nice. But, oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I was making a mannequin. So I should have the wood for it. There we go. I'm going to put the mannequin here. Also, somebody suggested that I should wait till 1.2 comes out before I remake my home. I think that's a great idea. Just because when 1.2 comes out, there's going to be so many biome changes and just general changes to how the game works, like hardcore mode has a bit of a change to it as well, that kind of stuff. I think it would just be better to start afresh. Now, I am going to keep everything that I have in this world. I'm basically just going to transplant it into a fresh new world before it's in hardcore mode, build my new house before it's in hardcore mode, basically prepare for it that way and all that. Rebattle all the bosses, re-kill the wall of flesh, and then I'll be back in hardcore mode with my brand new house with the perfect storage and all that stuff. So until then, we'll just have to deal with this kind of makeshift little home. But just be aware, 1.2 is supposedly going to be released in the next month or so, near the end of the month or beginning of next month. So hopefully we can get to the awesomeness of what's going to be added new. I think they're adding a whole, like, what is it, like 200 or 300 new items and things. So definitely a lot more to do in this game. So either way, comment, like, subscribe to join the epicness. This is MrYourWilly signing off. Adios.